Hi guys, so this is another movie review for you. It's another new one from Netflix, and yeah, we're going to jump right in. So this movie review is going to be about Things Heard and Seen. Now, apparently, this is a 2021 American horror thriller film written and directed by Shari Berman and Robert Pulcini. Now, it's based on the novel All Things Cease to Appear by Elizabeth Brundage, and it stars Amanda Seyfried and James Norton. Now, this was digitally released on April 29th, 2021 by Netflix and received mixed reviews from critics. Now, this is very, very true. However, they lied to you immediately because this isn't a horror film. I don't know why they think it is, and they've included a ghost, and that apparently makes it a horror film. It's not scary. It's not in any way, shape or form a horror film, so they're lying to you immediately. Now, because they're lying to you from the offset, you don't know this going in, but you do now because you've watched this review. So, film sets itself up and you've got Amanda Seyfried and James Norton, and it's a typical horror film setup, but it's not your typical horror film because it isn't. So they move to a new house, there's obviously problems in their relationship, blah, 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 blah. It's a 2-hour film. Okay, and it's 2 hours of your life that you do not want to waste, so don't bother watching it. I'm telling you now. I'm trying not to fill the channel with negative reviews, especially film reviews, but the last couple of films I've watched have been trash, and it's my duty to tell you that they're trash. If you've got a difference in opinion, please let me know in the comments, but this film is absolute trash. So going on from that, they move into a new house, a ghost pops up once or twice, nothing really scary, nothing really happens, he cheats on her. It's a bit like, oh, cool, okay, where are we going with this? Oh, we're not going anywhere with this. He ends up killing someone who finds out that he's forged some papers to become a doctor. Nah, it's been done, it's boring. And it shouldn't take an hour and 45 minutes to get to this stage. The last sort of half an hour of the film pretty much sums up the whole film, really, and it is rubbish. There was one small part where I thought, oh, they're going to go in the different direction with this than what you're anticipating for shock value, and they killed Amanda's character off. And we were like, oh, okay, maybe this is going to go in a different direction. No. The moral of this story is the house has women ghosts who have been victimized by men, and the ghosts send her husband to hell, but he chooses to go on a boat himself in torrential weather, and then that ocean turns into hell. And that's how the film ends. And that's it. And I'm not lying. So it's a complete waste of time. Don't bother. Just don't do it. Amanda is the same character in everything I've seen her in. So, yeah, she's quite limited. James Norton seemed alright, but, I mean, he's playing an arrogant arsehole, and he might be in real life, so that might not be too far of a stretch. But yeah, the cast wasn't great, the film wasn't great, the plot wasn't great. Don't even bother reading the book. The book might be better, I don't know, but I'm not going to waste my time. I've already wasted enough time on this. So yeah, that's my overall summary. It's rubbish, it's 2 hours, it's too long, nothing happens, and you're just waiting for something to happen. They tried to do like 1 or 2 minor scares at the beginning, and I think that's how they've managed to say that it's a horror film, but it's not. It's not a horror film. It's not scary. That's it. Apart from the house having a murder in it prior to them moving in, and a ghost popping up once or twice in the house just to stand there and not do anything, that's how they've justified calling this a horror. So if you think that's a horror, you can go fuck yourself. And just to give you a bit of an overview of what professional critics think, so IMDb gave this a 5.3 out of 10. Now, that's high, in my opinion, for this film. Should be a lot lower than that. I wouldn't even put it at a 1, because it's just a waste of time. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 39%. Okay. And Metacritic gave it 49%. So, 56% apparently liked this film. That's just, I don't know who liked this film. Maybe fans of Amanda? I don't know. But, yeah, it's not good at all in the slightest. Don't waste your time. Much like Stowaway, if you haven't seen that review, save yourself the time of watching the film and watch the review instead. And yeah, don't watch these films. So I don't know what's happened to Netflix. Netflix originals used to be really good. A lot of their documentaries are still really good, and their TV series as well. But the last couple of films they've churned out since lockdown, I mean, absolutely diabolical. I don't know what's going on, and they're all awful. But there you go, guys. So sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I do have a new arcade project, which some of you will be aware of. It's taken up a lot of my time, but we're part one is done. We're just sort of fine tuning it now. So there will be a video coming out this week about that. Unfortunately, it's going to be a part one and a part two because I don't know when part two is going to be finalised. But it's in working order now, which is exciting. It's done. It's playable. There were a lot of mistakes made that we're sort of overcompensating for, and that's why it's going to be a part one and part two. But tune in for that later in the week. We've got a delivery from Sideshow coming today, so that video will probably be tomorrow. So yeah, there should be 3 or 4 videos I'm dropping this week, so I'll be making up for the lack of activity last week. But yeah, good stuff to come, guys. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe, as you have been doing. We're very slowly growing. We're getting towards that milestone 200 for the giveaway of the Walking Dead compendium. I'll tag that on to the end of this just so you know what's going on. But yeah, thanks for staying tuned, guys, and we'll see you next time. Peace.